Phillies. I'm Connor Thomas alongside Mike Gill. We're filling in for John and Andrew. They'll be back in on Tuesday. The Phillies were back in last night after what we saw in New York, and Kyle Schwarber was absolutely back in. The guy, a historic 4-home run performance at Citizens Bank Park. That's got to get you fired up. And I don't even know if that's the right thing to lead the show with, because the Dallas Cowboys made one of the dumbest trades in the history of the National Football League, sending Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers for essentially peanuts based on what his value should be. So we got the Phillies hitting more home runs than we could keep up with. Jerry Jones is trading away his best player less than a week ahead of when they will play here at Lincoln Financial Field to open the NFL season. My head is spinning. It's a holiday Friday ahead of Labor Day weekend here in Philadelphia, and boy, do we have a fun show for you. It's nice to do one of these shows, Mike, rather than what we did yesterday.
Now, listen, yesterday you were walking off the ledge. I told you today you might feel a lot better. Now, do you feel better? You got Schwarbombs and Schwarbombs and Schwarbombs. Oh, my.
Not really.
Oh, man.
I mean, it was
the one that bothers me the most is he should have had a fifth. He should have had a fifth. That was the pitch. That's the home run derby pitch right there. That's the one that next year at Citizens Bank Park in the derby, he's going to get that same pitch, and he popped it up.
That's all right. I didn't need five. Five would have been cool.
Imagine today, an epic day of 5 Schwarbombs if he would have hit that out?
Our conversation is going to be the same if it was 4 or if it was 5. It's still a historic feat. He ties the record for most ever hit in a Major League Baseball game. It was unbelievable, and it was just what this team needed. And we're going to play something for you coming up. Actually, you know what? Let's just get to it right here, right off the rip, because Kyle Schwarber talked after the series with the New York Mets. And we played this for you yesterday. And honestly, I kind of tongue-in-cheek made fun of Kyle Schwarber for saying this yesterday about how the team wasn't phased and everything. Here's what Schwarber had to say after that drubbing in New York.
First off, I think that there's disappointment, right? Who likes to lose? No one likes to lose. But there's nothing that can really phase us. I think that we've been swept before this year. We bounced back, so we got to do the same thing. And I'm not worried about it. I know everyone's going to have the right mindsets going into the next series, and we go from there.
Boy, did they bounce back.
This is one of the topics that really is interesting to me, Connor, because I am known to be very laid back, not a very irrational, reactionary person.
Yeah.
Game to game, night to night, you lose 13-0, don't care, because usually you win 13-0 one night, the next night you don't score any runs. Essentially what happened, they get shut out on Wednesday, they scored 19 runs on Thursday. I can't get too high and too low, but the people who generally attack, like Thompson gets attacked a lot because he's very monotone, comatose. I get people that message me all the time, comatose, no fire, no urgency. And I ask all the time, if Rob Thompson would have gone out there and flipped the trash can, would they have scored 25 runs, 30 runs? They scored 19 runs, and the night before you're complaining that there's no urgency. This is baseball. A guy going out there and flipping the trash can is not changing the fact that he had 4 home runs last night. There was no urgency. There was no yelling. There was no getting ejected from the game. We don't need the manager to go out there and act like a clown show to get ejected for no reason. They scored 19 runs with no sense of urgency. So I'm so conflicted on, we're talking about the team with being, you gave me 3 words yesterday. Icky words.
Yes.
Do you remember them?
Yeah. Gutless.
Yes.
Quit.
Yes.
And,
quit.
mopey.
Gutless. All these mopies. And then last night, it was rocking and rolling. It was a party. We were having a good time at Citizens Bank Park.
And that does not bring me back.
You're not in.
Well, not totally. We will have that discussion deeper on.
Can you tell I had coffee today? Yesterday, no coffee.
I can tell you had coffee. Yesterday was no coffee?
No
Fired up
coffee.
Yesterday, too.
5 minutes ago, you couldn't get me to say one word.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready to go. Coffee.
We will have a deeper conversation about what this means for the Phillies. But listen, it's a Friday ahead of Labor Day weekend. You might be heading down the shore. You might be off work today to get an early start on it. Most of you are off Monday. Mike and I will be right back in here doing this. But my point is this. It was a tough week. The Phillies get their teeth kicked in by the Mets. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Hey, listen, it's a tough week for some of you who are looking at the Eagles and saying, hey, I like this player as a depth piece. They did not make the team. It's a tough week around the NFL with guys not making rosters. I think we need to smile today. And we got two big reasons to smile yesterday. And I want to know, right off the rip, phone line, text line, join in at 610-632-0975. Which made you smile more yesterday? Kyle Schwarber and his historic night hitting 4 home runs against the Atlanta Braves.
It's unbelievable.
Or Jerry Jones trading away Micah Parsons, making the Eagles' opening night that much easier, making the NFC East that much less scary, changing the way that we're going to look at the Cowboys, not just this year, but for years to come. Which one made you smile more as a Philadelphia sports fan? 610-632-0975. Mike, which one made you smile more?
It's gold, Jerry, gold. Jerry Jones is the gift that keeps on giving the whole year, Connor. You know, I was live on the air yesterday when this happened. So we're talking Phillies. Everybody's down. I'm getting all these reactions. And all of a sudden I said, hold up, everybody. This will put you in a much better mood. Not only did Micah Parsons, sorry, his name is not Michael Parsons. It's Micah Parsons. Not only did Micah Parsons get traded, he got traded for 2 first-round picks and a 30-year-old defensive tackle, who at one point's a pretty solid defensive tackle. But some of the stuff we're going to hear from Jerry Jones on this very program today is gold, Jerry, gold. It's epic, some of the stuff he said. But I smiled from ear to ear because of the carnival barker that is Jerry.
Now, I'll tell you, for me, it was Schwarber that made me smile more, the 4 home run game. So this is nice because we're going to go back and forth. There is no way to really rank those two. What we do, just to take you behind the curtain a little bit, is we'll sit down and the thought process when you're doing these shows is what is the big story? What is the lead for the day? I couldn't decide between Schwarber and Micah. I mean, they're both monster stories that affect the Philadelphia sports scene directly.
Well, I don't know where this would have fit in because I was thinking about this last night. Bader almost hit for a cycle.
I know, right?
That was in the mix, too.
That would have been a footnote.
I mean,
what a weird
I looked
game
it up.
was.
There's been like 350 people that have hit for the cycle, but for some reason I fear that it's such a rarity. Like this is the 3rd time this year that someone hit 4 home runs in a game.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Suarez, Nick Kurtz, and Kyle Schwarber.
Now, the last time somebody hit for the cycle, Byron Buxton did it a couple months ago, but I feel like the cycle is never that's really hard to do. Like, you have to try to do that almost.
There have been less perfect games in Major League history than there have been 4 home run games. And you want to hear something?
21, right?
The 21st was last night with Kyle Schwarber.
And the only one I ever remember is Mark Whitten. For whatever reason, whenever someone hits 4 home runs in a game, it's always Mark Whitten to me.
Well, I'll remember this one. And part of the reason that I picked Schwarber as the news that made me smile more, the moments that made me smile more yesterday, is because Micah Parsons did not just disappear from the NFL. Later on in the show, we are going to make fun of the Cowboys, and the text line, the phone line is open to make fun of the Cowboys today at 610-632-0975. But where he went means the Eagles will see him. And I had some people telling me, well, at least they only play him once. Well, that may not be true.
Last year you played them twice.
Yes, you did. So there's a lot to break down with both of these stories. You want to hear something? One more funny tidbit on the 4-homer game. You know this is the 2nd time it's happened against the Braves this year?
What, Suarez do it?
I believe it was Suarez.
Okay.
I know that one of the other 2, it was Suarez, Sean Rodman, who's on the board. So the Braves have had 2 instances of giving up 4 home runs.
Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas, host of Kincade and Salciunas. Just want to thank you for checking out all of our great videos that we have on our YouTube channel every single day. Make sure, if you can, please like and subscribe and check out all the videos that we have on our YouTube channel, whether it's for us, Kincade and Salciunas, of course, our midday show, as well as Unfiltered with Bill and Ricky.